AT&T. Just excited to be opening up the first AT&T Connected Learning Center here on Rincon tribal land. Excited to be working with Victoria here at the Education Department and working with the entire staff to bring all the resources needed for all the seniors, all the children, all the youth, not only for Rincon but also from Paula, from Palma, La Jolla, and Santa Fe that's going to serve the tribal community. So again, excited that we're opening up, and come visit the place.
Connectivity Center will help in continuing the training. Culture and tradition is something that we were able to bring back. We were actually down to about, I think, 3 people in the tribe that could speak the English language properly. So one of the big things is bringing that back, and that's what this is going to do. The Learning Center and the help from AT&T. You know, not that long ago, I remember when they wouldn't even send a bus down here to pick up the kids. Times have changed, you know. One of the biggest things with AT&T was the ability to sit down and have a good dialogue. And that in turn became the first MOU in the United States where tribal law is utilized. But again, you have to be open to talk to each other and help educate each other. AT&T, the folks were outstanding. Teddy, and of course, Julio, where's Julio? There's key instrument in this whole thing was Julio all the way through, getting us together. First, I remember the first meeting we had in Escondido didn't go too well. Putting people on. So, the more we talked, the more we realized what we had in common, and it was something we could develop together and really make unique. And that's what I'm saying, this MOU, this Learning Center, I think is one of the first in the nation, if I'm correct, on Indian land. Again, that comes from working together, being able to talk to each other, and we want to continue that as we move forward. We're the first tribe, I believe, that is shovel ready to go with connecting every house on the reservation. We're ready to go. Now we're just looking for the funding, you know, which we're talking to folks in Sacramento on, as well as Washington. But we are ready to go, and again, that's all working together, AT&T working together to get us to this point. And we're proud, again, like I talked about in my council, doing it together and being in the first. That's what we love, being first, right guys? Yeah, so, you know, but again, it's working together. And so we appreciate all of the effort that AT&T has put in. The results show. And we can do a lot of talking, but if nothing gets accomplished, it doesn't mean much. So, but again, thank you very much. Julio, can you say a word or two?
Thank you, Chairman, and on behalf of AT&T, thank you to the Rincon tribe for inviting us to your land. I always love coming out here. It's almost like my second home now, so appreciate you and the welcome. The only problem going after Chairman Mazzetti is he actually takes all your talking points, so he left me nothing much to say. So this is the second time this has happened, but no, seriously. You did this in Anaheim, and I was in No, but I do want to acknowledge a few people. Of course, it takes a village to get this done. And Chairman Mazzetti mentioned the first time we met with Tanya, my manita from Rincon, my sister. We met in Escondido. I thought it was good. Chairman, did you say it was good? But before that, I'll even go back a little bit further. Is I had updated my LinkedIn profile to add the tribal liaison responsibility that I've just accepted, and within a couple of days, Salvador from Rincon, the IT director, had reached out to me and says, "Hey, I need to find somebody at AT&T, not only because I'm dealing with some billing issues, but we have this grant and I need your help." And so, again, talking about the importance of connectivity, right? You had the ability to go online and find me, and we met. Shortly after, Christine, my colleague from San Diego, said, "Hey, Chairman Mazzetti and Tanya would like to meet you in Escondido." we made the meeting, and for those of you that don't know Chairman Mazzetti, as soon as he gets involved, stuff starts happening pretty quickly. And he mentioned it. Within a few months, we had actually signed the first MOU in AT&T's history, where we accepted tribal law and we agreed to work together to improve connectivity on the tribal land. So one of my proudest moments in my 24 years with AT&T was to have that done. And I think this is probably number 2 now, is opening this Connected Living Center. And Councilmember Gonzalez probably took all of my lines as well. It's about how it's going to impact the community here, right? So I'm glad to hear it from you, Councilman. Thank you for that. So the folks I'd like to acknowledge, of course, Sal, my name at the time, the chairman, of course, tribal leadership. There's Victoria from the education department. She runs the center, Victoria, and the entire staff. Every time we come here, you guys have been so accommodating to us. I'd like to also introduce Andy Bailey, who's launching all the learning centers. He's in the back. It's just a collaboration of all of us working together. I think it's been said already before that this doesn't get done without collaboration from both sides. And it's been proud to be working on behalf of AT&T to work with this tribe, and this has opened up doors up and down the state with all other tribal nations. After we launched the MOU, a lot of the other tribes reached out and said, "Hey, what are you doing with Rincon? Because we want the same." And so, Chairman, thank you for opening up doors to the Southern California Chairman Tribal Association, the Northern chapter, the Central, and then the Executive Board. Speaking of the Executive Board, Chairman Pinto, I see you back there. Come on up, we have a seat for you. Chairwoman Pinto from the Humboldt Village, come on up, have a seat.
Thank you. It's cold up here in these mountains.
So thank you, Chairman, for coming. We were just talking about Chairman Mazzetti's collaboration and helping us work with all the other tribes up and down the state. And so that is our goal. Our goal is to work with every tribe that wants to partner with AT&T. For those of you who don't know, there's 109 federally recognized tribes in California. I will work with all of them. As long as they want to work with me and we want to sit down and talk, I'd be more than happy to work with them. Council member, he's actually reached out to other tribes east from here and said, "Hey, go talk to Julio. You guys have connectivity issues, just sit down and talk. There's no obligation. We're going to sit down, provide estimates, and we look forward to that partnership." With that, again, what it's going to bring to this community, I know that there's connectivity is lacking in this area, and so Council member mentioned it. It's the connectivity. People are going to be able to come in here, write applications for jobs, applications for colleges, workforce development. Chairman mentioned some cultural opportunities where, I know that I met with Chris earlier from the Cultural Center at Rincon, and he's like, "Well, I can see me taking youth and going out and taking pictures of the environment, bringing it back in here, and just developing photography and videography." So really, really happy to hear that. That's what's going to improve this community, and not only what's going to serve the folks here from Rincon, but it's also going to serve the tribal nations from Paula, from Palma, from La Jolla, from San Pasqual, and that was the intent, was to put it here because this is the center point of this valley that is surrounded by 4 other tribes. So with that, thank you, Chairman, thank you, Tribal Council, and thank you to the Rincon family for allowing me to work with you and for welcoming us on your tribal land. So thank you.
Thank you.
Please stay here. We're going to do a ribbon cutting down the hallway, and then as soon as we do that, you guys are open to come and tour the center. So thank you for being here. Rincon!
I didn't cut it. I'm gonna try to win.
All connected to the internet. We got a monitor that we put up as well. I just can't. Sorry.